There we go. Alright, so today we're going to get on the old bandwagon and try... Oh crap, I didn't put a 14th card in my sideboard? What the hell? Or 15th card in my sideboard. What card's not on my board that's supposed to be in my board? Let us discover this before we start. Oh, lucky I caught that. Give us our money back, and let's go... It says there's 15 cards here. Why is there not 15 cards over there? What the hell? Is it just bugged up or something? Yeah, it's just bugged up. The braid's not there. Oh, I'm glad we caught it in time. That when you're changing arts around from the main to the sideboard, that's a bug that'll occasionally happen, and it's real easy to miss. Like I put promos in the main and normal on the side, just to kind of like see how often that I drew this one that I was actually wanting it. Because I'm not entirely sure about the removal sweep we have in the sideboard. Like, I feel like these magma sprays could be kind of bad, but there's a few like Toolcraft Exemplar decks and Llanowar Elf decks and stuff that I thought maybe I need them early. I think it starts in about 30 minutes, unfortunately, Corey. So, knock on wood, hopefully I'll only miss one round of it, because I'm really into watching Legacy. I had a good time watching it yesterday, and I'll butcher his name, but Gregory Kowalski or whatever went 8-0, and he'll probably be a round 1 or 2 feature, and I kind of want to watch him. But the other big thing is I kind of want another P in this deck, but we already had 4 3-drops, but I think I'm going to sideboard out my Murder Boats a decent enough time, or a decent enough amount of times that I kind of wanted one more 3-drop in the sideboard. There used to be a Harvester in the sideboard, but I'm not actually feeling Harvester too much in this format right now, so it's one of the reasons I'm just not playing it, even though a lot of the other builds do, and that could be wrong. This is our first league with this deck. Watched Dave C play it a little. Unfortunately, I've not gotten to watch Matthew play too much because I've been pretty under the weather this week. I think I'm dying or something, but that's beside the point. Yeah, the single swamp's kind of annoying. Matthew's got an Effer hub in it, but in previous builds in the past, I've tested an Effer hub, and like it's bothered me so much because it's just a colorless land so often that I just didn't want it. And we do have a double black spell in this deck that is kind of relevant, and we're considering having a second one of this double black spell in the sideboard. And I think the Spire of Industries get turned off a fair amount because I believe I sideboard out a decent amount of the artifacts in a lot of matches. Like, for example, I think I sideboard out Beaumonts in like a pretty good amount of matches. I probably sideboard them out versus like the Mirror, probably versus Constrictor, probably versus any mono red or green white type deck. Probably sideboard them out versus even black white and mono green. Probably even like the blue red GPG decks. Probably not the blue white, but probably the blue red. But if I'm sideboarding them out in that many matches, I just don't trust the Spire of Industries, and even the like the blue white control decks and stuff like that. Like having a swamp that you can get off a Field of Runes isn't a non-zero factor, I don't think. But obviously it's a one of, so like we're constantly going to draw it. That's just how fate works. So our hand's pretty atrocious here, and it looks like they have the turn 2 snake, so it looks like in my testing, the amount of times that opponents go turn 2 unanswered snake and then lose the game are minuscule. Hey Dong, what's up, man? So I'm expecting this to go pretty horribly already, but we only have 2 2-mana removal spells in our main deck. Maybe there should be a third. to try to stop things like this, and he's got the 1-2 punch. I'm pretty sure we can just concede at this point. Our deck actually can't come back from what he's presented us. Like, we just have no out to coming back here. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, if he has very little other things, like, it would be potentially possible. I'm going to attack here. If he blocks, I'm going to throw the Walking Ballista onto it, which, you know, obviously is terrible, but it does cut his mana down by 2. Oh, well, we have a lot of mountains. We have 12 basic mountains plus the 8 lands. So we have 24 red sources, assuming we have an artifact. Which is more than 23, but I'm not always going to have an artifact. Dominaria Braid, clearly 1 turn too slow. Can't block. There's not a lot we can do. Like, gonna have to play this and minus on this and hope it's enough, but maybe if he bricks there. He did not brick there. He hit an absolutely amazing card, and that's just game. I guess we'll look and see if we draw a murder boat. We didn't draw a murder boat, so move on to the next game. Cards that I think are kind of good in this match. I think our Glorybringers are pretty good here. Dirt. I think our Chandra's okay, but not great. We definitely want our Braid. I think we want our Doomfalls. I think we want our Eldest Reborn. We probably want our Hour of Glory. I don't think we want Angraf in this match, but it's close. But I think I definitely want at least these 9 cards. Let's see what we're going to sideboard out. We're pretty easily going to sideboard out the low impact artifacts that don't attack very well. What else would we sideboard out? Is there 2 more cards we'd sideboard out here? I want the Walking Ballistas, I think, because they can kill Llanowar Elves. Is it just Pia? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut one of these Pias and be a little bit bigger deck. It could potentially just be mono red, but I think the Scrap Heap Scroungers are like really, really good versus the blue-white decks. But if the blue-white decks aren't going to be super popular, then we definitely don't need the black cards. So it's really going to depend on how popular blue-white decks are, and I'm on record saying that I think blue-white decks are worse than what people think they are. So, like, maybe I just shouldn't be bothering with the black cards at all. I could definitely see that being the case, though. Fortunately, we don't have a Chain Whirler, so we have to make a play like this, which makes future Chain Whirlers, like, a lot worse. Hopefully this card does something sweet, but I think this card's kind of medium in this match, but I think I just want to bring it in versus all these green decks and just hope that they never have Thrashing Brontodon. But that could potentially just be, I don't know the phrasing I'm trying to think of. That could be potentially more greedy than anything. Oh, opponent seems to have some mana issues this game. Alright, he's got another green now. Really, really would like to draw Adventurous Impulse. Wow, he had to use his only green to look for an Adventurous Impulse? That feels good. Unfortunately, he hit a energy producer, so he got his green back. And hot diggity dog. Boom. That was a good draw, friends. Chain Whirler doing the Chain Whirler things. Would have also been happy just drawing a land there. Our Heart of Kirin wouldn't have got to attack, but we'd have still got to kill Broseph. And killing Broseth's not bad. Uses Utter Green for another Adventurous Impulse. I'm on record saying that I think these should just be lands, but... Alright, so opponent's done. Is there anything I want to change from the play to the side? For games that I'm bringing in 4 or 5 drops, there's an argument that I should have a 26 land on my sideboard. I skimped on it because I'm playing the 3rd Chandra, and the Chandra's kind of like a mana producer, but that may be, that may actually just be too greedy. I don't think I'm changing anything from the play to the draw here. You're a little better than I think. Nah, we're just going to run it. Chain Whirler was good. Opponent was very mana screwed that game. Alright, this hand is great. We need to dodge the turn 1 Llanowar Elf, but other than that, we have a pretty robust draw. As Corey was mentioning to us a second ago, though, we do not have the requisite lands to play Friendo Chain Whirler. But hopefully we'll get there before we need it. We have a very powerful hand this game. That is the one positive thing we can say for ourselves. Think I'm going to ignore that. If I hit a red mana, I'm definitely ignoring it. I didn't hit a red mana, so now I'm not sure what I'm supposed to actually do. He can't draw a card with it this turn, so maybe I'll just pass, because I fear this card less than I do like a Sneaky Snake. Maybe that's too greedy as well. I'm trying to draw 1 of 15 cards to play the Chain Whirler. It's a decent percentage to do something like that, but like it's not. It's unfortunate. I'll offer him to trade if he wants it. I don't think he's going to take it. Add 4 draw steps there to draw a 4th land. Short. I don't mind offering him that trade because I think the Chain Whirler's good enough to make it profitable for us, because he'll have to kill the Chain Whirler to even attack through this thing later. Huh. Target opponent reveals their hand and we choose a non-land card. Seems like the better play. I don't hate Karn. I think it's worse than Chandra in the deck. I just think you want more Chandras than you do Karns. I guess I'm going to take the Walking Ballista. Like, I think Karn's a reasonable card, but I think Karn's only super good when you have a bunch of artifacts. And if you think about how you sideboard this deck, you take out your Scrap Heap Scroungers and your Beaumonts enough that like Karn is really good game 1, but not super good in games 2 and 3 in a lot of matches. So I just think Chandra's an overall better card. I could very well be wrong. Alright, well. This is certainly not going well for us, but we did at least pick up our black mana, or our extra red mana for this. Like, I think there's just so many matches out there right now that I'm going to take out at least 8+ artifacts, and I think that makes Karn significantly worse. So this one little Death Gorge Scavenger has just destroyed me here. I don't think it gets much better for me either. One has at least these 3 cards in his hand. Ah, come on, deck. It's a small tilt. We had three lands in our opener, so. I don't think holding back does much here either. We know he has a Vraska's Contempt and a Fatal Push, so like we'd just be chump blocking with a 1/2. Maybe that's good enough, I'm not sure. The super terrible thing about this is we know he's got this Virtus Gearhulk coming, and he's got at least 2 other spells in his hand, so I think it's going to be real hard to squeak our way out of this one. I'd say we're going to have to get an untapped land this turn, and then probably draw a Murder Bolt or an Abrade on the following turn. Well, I don't know if we have any outs at all now. We may just not have an out anymore. Whatever it is that starts with this, though. Hey, Guo. What is up, my friend? I guess he's gonna Fatal Push. Yeah, we're just dead on board. I guess I made a play mistake. I should have Karned and minused. Is that right? Yeah, I should have Karned and minused. I'm just dead. Doesn't change anything. I think I'm dead either way. But it was a play mistake. So if I Karned and minused, he can... Yeah, I'm dead either way, so it didn't matter. Because he could Fatal Push one of these, then play to Brontodon and kill this and have 2 lethal attackers. He chose not to do those things, so looks like we're going to get another turn. So my play mistake bought me another turn? Well, it wasn't a play mistake, like I said. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead either way. So it's kind of interesting now because he can't use the Fatal Push to pump this. So he's going to do something like just attack with the Ranger, probably. He's just going to attack with both. I'm just going to double chump, right? There's no reason to double chump, I guess. Like make him play a spell on this. That seems good. Sure. I guess we'll do the only block we can. We could have took 2 that time, but... Actually in a spot now where we can like Karn minus Karn and still be alive. Or if we draw a land, we can minus Karn and Glorybringer and still be alive. That feels good. I don't know if it wins this game because he's got a Virtus Gearhulk in his hand, but... But it does breathe life into us. So we still have all of our Murder Boats in, and we have 3 Abrades in, so even if he does have the Gearhulk or whatever... So we know he gets the Gearhulk next turn. He left this on top of his library? Long story short is we have outs to draw to try to beat this card now. Alright, so what do we got going on now? We got another land. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you can spend 2 enter. We can play both of these. and tick down on this, on that. Is that worth it? It's probably better just to cast Karn first and see what we get, right? Because if we hit like double removal spell or whatever, we can save to Chandra. We're going to have to beat this thing next turn. They got a blossoming defense we can't win. I don't think we're going to play around a blossoming defense. Huh. Really don't like playing Karn and ticking it down. That's what I'm going to do, though. Or sorry, tick it up. I misspoke. Probably shouldn't have played the land first either, but... well, it doesn't matter. We get a land. And blossoming defense, we're dead. Yeah, well, we're still alive. Still alive, trying to figure out how to beat an 8/8. Hey, JJ, what's up, my friend? Yeah, Karn does what Karn does best. Mostly nothing. I think we have some chances. He kept a snake on top of his deck, which I thought was weird. Alright, well, I guess we're going to start by this. That's the only thing we get to do this turn. It's an Abrade. I'll be damned. Alright. Tyrant Karn. You make us a bro. We knew he had an 8/8 coming, so I just wanted to get as deep into my deck as I could, looking for answers for his 8/8. I would have downticked it if I didn't know for we saw the Verdus Gearhulk in his hand earlier from when we cast the Doomfall. So I was thinking that I just needed to look for as many answers as I could to beating this card. That was the thought process by the reason I ticked it up. We knew this was coming, and we knew he was drawing a Winding Constrictor on the top of his deck as well. So it seemed like we didn't have a whole lot of turns to find a pretty reasonable answer. Wait, how did I do it backwards? What would you have did differently? I used the Chandra first because I don't want to tick up... Oh, I should have played Heart first and got a point of damage. Or wait, no. What does the Heart first do? It can't attack this turn, and this is summoning sick. Well, we have 7 actual hard answers to it, right? So, like, if we get to uptick Karn and use Chandra and a draw step, like, I think we've got pretty good odds of hitting one of them in those. Oh, I see what you're saying. I should have played the Heart of Kieran first because I could have hit an Unlicensed Disintegration off to Chandra. Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Yep. That's a good. Thank you. That's a good call between JJ and Ace. Yep, I see it now. I understand. Yep, that makes actually a lot of sense. Thank you. I have to keep an eye on things like that later. That was like really bad ordering, and it could have been relevant too. Like, that game was pretty tight. He could have. All he needed to have was like a walking ballista, and sorry, all he had to do was draw walking ballista, and he won because we already knew he had the winding restrictor. Yeah. Still not sure about this Eldest Reborn, but I like the art so much, and I'm willing to keep testing it. I may or may not have a Russian foil one of these in real life, so like I may just really want it to be good. All right, we'll keep this in. We got a couple good removal spells. We have a 2-drop. We have a relevant 4-drop. That's right, I called Karn relevant. We have a 3-drop if we find another land. Hey, it's Mountain Vings. Mountain Vings are good. I think I'm just going to play this. Rip. We're up to 25 lands in this main deck, so like not hitting these lands is a little on the frustrating side. I guess I have to start killing these, because if he just has a couple spells, they actually start building up pretty quickly. Untapped single swamp. You can go. That's not an untapped swamp. No, somebody's playing Air Baby. Well, hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell for the Scrappy. Because if he does, there's a removal spell for the Scrappy. Yeah, I think we still just have to do it. Alright, probably okay, but not great if we draw any untapped land. That's not an untapped land, so I think we can scoop now. Is there a reason to keep playing? Nope. That's frustrating. Spire Bluff Canals being bad, as they always have been. Alright, so we're probably going to want Glory Bringers in these matches. I think we're going to try to be bigger. Get these over here, friendo. Move these over here for now. Definitely going to want to braid. Doomfalls are probably okay. I wonder if Hour of Glory is okay. It beats gods if they have them, but it's probably better of a Doomfall. This card could be useful here, right? This card's probably not good here. What would I want to cut? Definitely want to cut Beaumonts. Don't have any real 1-drops. Hmm. Kind of like these, but like they're probably not great. I don't think I like Beaumont versus an opponent who just plays Chain Whirlers. I think I want most of my X1s out of my deck because of this card. I think this card's actually probably reasonable here too. I'll get rid of some of these. We'll do something like this. Soul Scourge has some synergies with the Chain Whirlers, the main reason I'm considering it. We'll try this thing. But yeah, I don't think Soul Scourge is very good here. Yeah, we're just going to try this. Maybe I should try the Angrath, but I don't really want to put a 5th 5-drop in my deck without a 26 land. We're already getting pretty crushed on lands anyway. This hand's horrendous, but like I'm not going to go to 5. Actually, just don't want that. Card's fine there, but like we have 3 4-drops in our hand already, so I think we just have to find lands. Might feel foolish if we draw like running lands or something, but oh, cool. Another 4-drop. It only hits your opponent's stuff. It doesn't hit your own. No Chain Whirler, please. If you have a Chain Whirler, I would very much like to draw an untapped land. Ha! What are you going to do when the 3 Chandras run wild on you? I assume you're going to not care. Rip. And we got lucky enough to hit the lands that we did hit. And how good is Goblin Chain Whirler? Just like completely destroys us as usual. It's a good chance that he could just have it too. Oh, cool. Well, you don't do anything anymore, do you? Up she goes. If I had a black mana, that Doomfall would be a card I would have very much liked to draw. Spoiler, I don't have a black mana. Chain Whirler right now lets us not block and kills our Chandra, which is pretty fun. I guess we just take it. If he has it, he has it. Well, you can't kill the Chandra at least. Oh, you're taking it up for a spell? That's so bad for us. Oh, that's a lot less bad for us than it could have been. What do we got? Nothing. I guess we have to keep attacking Chandra? I want us down to 2 cards. Like, we could hit something here. Oh, well, never mind. They hit a Glorybringer. This game's close to over. Pretty darn close to over when they hit the Glory Bee. Wah, wah, wah. Goodbye, Chandra. We can at least kill the Glory Bee. Oh, they hit a Chain Whirler? Come on. Play fair. Play fair, I say. I guess they have a removal spell too, because this doesn't make, this isn't a very good attack if they don't. Yeah, and they got the removal spell too. I know they have like a million lands and a million spells. But, long story short, we have no out. Alright, well, I don't feel like we got to play Magic that game. I don't feel like we played Magic either of those games. I don't think this deck plays well from behind. Wonder how you improve this deck's matches. I feel like Rekindling Phoenixes is like the first step. Like the card's so good. Should you just play more Phoenixes and less Karns? Or am I just that much of a Karn hater? Who knows? Could be anything. Oh, I'm a big fan of Chain Whirler. I think it's one of the only reasons this deck's competitive. Like, it's almost as good as Ferociton, I think. Alright, we'll keep this. Opponent's mulliganing. Again, we have 25 lands, so you're just going to assume that we're going to draw our lands on time? Ish. I'm going to play the Heartacure in here because there's a good chance they're going to spend their mana next turn. I don't know, like, in the Ferociton format, like, you can just play token decks and stuff like that and run over red, and Goblin Chain Whirler kind of makes those token decks not viable. Like, it takes an entire archetype out of the equation. One of your bad matches. Whereas Ferociton just didn't do that. So, yeah. He tap mana as expected. So you get a little bit better attack. Now we gotta dodge history lessons. We probably don't even have to dodge history lessons. We can probably just beat history lessons, right? Maybe not. Definitely have to hit a land to have a chance at that. Kill the first striker. Move a loyalty counter. Can't do that, can you, Karn? Karn, oh buddy, oh Karn. He can trade for the Scrappy, but I don't... Like, he needs, like, another cast out or something before that's even particularly good. It's not bad. Like, nobody's going to accuse it of being bad, but... Another knight. Hello, good card. Good cards are fun to draw. Do I care about the knight anymore? I don't think I care about the knight anymore. Nah, I don't care about the knight. Kinda just looking to ping him for 2. Hope there's no fatal push, but even if they are, I don't feel that far behind with the Phoenix in play. And a blocker in play. If he doesn't have a fatal push, I assume he's just dead. I think it's pretty difficult for him to come back here if he doesn't have the push. It's pretty difficult for him to come back if he does have the push. So, what would we want versus black? I think we just want our Glorybringers again. I'm starting to think that maybe I want a Glorybringer main deck. We're going to want our Braid. I think I'm going to want this. Yeah, they probably have harvesters and stuff. I think I want this too. And imagine if this card was in Kaladesh block and you could get vehicles with it. I've just been bringing this Chandra in every game too. Should I just have a Chandra in the main deck if I'm going to bring it in every game? Definitely want Duresses. Think I want Sprays. Is this an Eldest Reborn match? Sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Let me scoot these over here. Yeah, I'm still just like thinking, is this a Eldest Reborn match? Target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield? Possibly. Like, maybe getting their Karn back's good. I don't know about this card. I'm on the fence. What cards do I not think is good versus them? I just don't think this stuff's very good. I don't think our random sorcery speed removal is very good. I don't think these are very good. I definitely just don't think those are very good. Now the question is, can I fit this Eldest Reborn into the deck? I kind of want to try it. I keep wanting to try this card over and over, but like I still just don't know if it's any good. Yeah, I'll go with chat. I'll sideboard it out. I don't think Karn's particularly good in this match either. Like, maybe I could have sideboarded out a Karn. Alright, this hand's reasonable. Like, this is the first time we played this deck, so we're kind of like learning on the fly. That's a good card. It's a lot less good without the Soulscar Mage around, but still fine. I think I just like this card too much, and I keep trying to shove it in everywhere, even when I shouldn't. Second Chain Whirler's kind of cool. It makes this History of Benalis a lot worse. You didn't draw an artifact this game. Really? You're going to cycle a cast out? I don't like cycling cast outs in matches like this. You have so few removals that deal with things like Glorybringer, and you know I'm a heavy Planeswalker deck. I think my hand would have to be pretty darn weak for me to want to sideboard them out, or cycle them. Alright. First strike, go. I'm a first strike your butt off, friendo. First strike, go. Ooh, that's a spicy one. That's a spicy one. Huh. I like this card. Tap X, untap knights you control, destroy target creature, power. Alright. I'm gonna do it like this. And try to be able to Glorybringer the other thing down, because if he uses this ability now, I think I can abrade in response. But I won't swear. It's a big 6/5 too. That can make knights. That's pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna have to hit. Oh wow, whoa, we're just dead then, right? He had double knight here. Alright, well, we just casually are not going to win ever then. Made a play mistake. I should have used a braid pre-combat because of him being able to use this at instant speed. I'm going to cost myself 6 points of damage this way. Actually, no, it didn't change anything, did it? Oh, I can't abrade in response? Well, that sucks. I have learned something new then. And if it counts, it didn't matter. The double knight was going to have ruined that play anyway, and I have no out now. There's like nothing I can draw. But this card was really good here. Yeah, I'm just dead. Do I want to bring back in... I've not drawn a murder boat today, have I? I think I drew one. I think I want to bring back in this then. Huh. That was surprisingly good. I thought we had a really, really strong hand that game. Like, I was surprised we lost. I don't think I've ever saw that, the 4/4 before, though. I think somebody might have played it on me Unlimited in once, and I just, like, disrespected it and didn't pay much attention to it. Because... it just didn't do a lot in that particular game. It's a 4/4. I couldn't abrade it. Unless I just looked at it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was a 4/4. Like, I'm not... Am I so crazy that it's just not a 4/4? And I was wrong and should have killed it from the whole time? I really thought it was a 4/4. Alright, let's Google and see if I'm wrong. Or, I guess we can just do this. Aryel. Yeah, it's a 4/4. Okay, thank God I didn't make that bad of a play. I was gonna be a little frustrated if I'd made that bad of a play. No, you're fine, man. You're fine. I'm not trying to say anything negative. I'd have been blown away if I'd done that. Hmm. I'm kind of afraid to use this, but we do have the backup hour, assuming we hit a land. These decks sometimes have settled wreckage and stuff in them, which wouldn't bother me too bad here. He's got both knights, by the way. He's just pure knight tribal. Just stone knight tribal over there. They made the Pia not be able to block. Interesting. Huh. Feel like that just means they have an Abrade or a Silhouette or something. Yeah. Greedy plays are the best plays. You could, like, not have those things, right? It's not like I can play my spells anyway. Yeah. Assumed he had a Silhouette. Well, this is bad. Maybe if I assumed he had a Silhouette, that play was just way too greedy. It's a Silhouette or a Fatal Push. I figured he had one of those type of cards. It's just been way, way too greedy if that's the case. All I want to do is play my spells. Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard every game just to cast my spells? Yep, potentially. I don't value the Scroungers very high, though, if he's just going to have a million first striking knights. I actually value the Scroungers pretty low. What's this thing do? I guess I just kill it with this then. Well, it's the Sears stream, JJ. Of course, you got to come by to see all these sweet plays. Our opponent's flooded out really bad though, and like Mana Screw generally beats Mana Flood. Our hand's obscenely powerful. Like we probably have a real good shot here, even though like we've ran a little poor, because it looks like he's running more poor. So he just wants to kill my Chandra, and I'm fine with that. Maybe I'm supposed to leave both blockers back then, but kind of just assume he has 2 removal spells. Hour of Glory in our hand, too. Alright, we didn't have 2 removal spells, so I guess I'm probably just wrong as usual. I think that one's okay to play. Gives me an artifact in case I have to use Unlicensed Disintegration on like a Lyra or that 4/4 or something next turn. Opponent is definitely flooding out. He played 5 spells this game. That's unfortunate for our opponent. He had a sweet deck, though. I really like those First Strike Knights. I think those First Strike Knights are really good. Somebody told me one of the reasons you don't want to play the black-white deck is because the Knight of Malice was so bad, and I'm just like, you high, man. Knight of Malice was like really cool. Like even that game, I wasn't able to use the murder boat on the Knight because I had that hexproof stuff. Don't think I'm keeping this one. This one's even a little too greedy for me, and I keep some pretty greedy hands. L mulligan, snap it off, snap bottom. Removal spell, a 2-drop and 4 lands. Can't be too upset. Still in Florida, JJ? Merfolking us? Oh, the Mid-Season Invitational's on. What am I doing streaming when I could be watching League of Legends? Could be just sneaky snaking us. I don't know why I played the Scrap Heap Scrounger instead of the Dragon Skull Summit. That was probably just wrong. Guess I'm going to offer him to trade here. Kind of hope he takes it, because if he doesn't take it, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the cut. Like, I'm a firm believer in always killing their mana producer, but he's going to have 4 mana anyway. Does killing the mana producer do much if he has 4 mana? What 4 drops can he play? A Hydra. What 5 drops can he play? A Gearhulk? Yeah, I'm just casting a Pia. I respect your servant none. Just gonna assume he's Sultai Snake and there's not gonna be a relevant 5-drop I care about here. I mean, there's that Gearhulk, but I don't care too much about that. We have 6 main deck ways to try to kill it, and it's more likely that he's just gonna play like a Bristling Hydra. I guess this gives him an opportunity to play things like Snake into another spell, but I have no idea if he's even going to miss the land. He could easily just have like another land. He could like have an Ever Hub or something. Brontodon. That's a good card. I guess I get to make a decision now. Can throw this here. Probably what I'm going to do. He didn't play a better spell. It's actually probably a player. Probably should have attacked with both of these first. Hey, Hog. Not great, my friend. Yeah, I think I messed up there. I think I should have attacked first. That was a player, I think. Hey, Ghost Empire. Thank you for the host, friend. Wow. 51 viewers. That's like a bunch. I highly appreciate it. Hey, Juka. Yeah, that was a pretty big play mistake by me. Hey, Goose. No one wants to work those bad days. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, he missed a land drop. But I definitely should have attacked first last turn. That was just wrong of me. Playing pretty sloppy right now. I can't think when I'm sick at all. Just not at all. What Ghost Empire play today? Pretty much woke up and immediately went to streaming, so. 2 and 3, what deck did you play? I was not physically able to go to my Friday Night Magic tonight. I felt way too bad. Oh, they have Gifted Everborn, so they have double green and double black spells? Huh. More lands are cool. So that sucks even more. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to my BBDQ. Play Bant mid-range, green, black, red, black, bug mid-range. Oh wow, you had a pretty long stream. Did you like any of them a good amount? I'm just gonna play this. I'll hide the black mana for a little while. Did a whole lot of unlucky and losing. It's better than what I'm doing. I'm doing a whole lot of playing badly and losing. I really just want to play this card and take it down. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm just supposed to get him for as much damage as I can since we have the murder boat in the side, or sorry, in the grave currently. Maybe I'm supposed to tick this up so that there's very little likelihood it dies from anything other than Vraska's Contempt. I could just be butchering everything right now. These plays seem over my head. The odds of getting value by one tick up on a Karn aren't particularly high, and I feel like there's not a great chance that the Karn's living either way. Get your own thing. No, Sir Choops. How dare you? Well, they had a fatal push, so just attacking with the Fopter wouldn't have got us anywhere, at least. So it's like none of our plays mattered. And by none of our plays mattered, like I still think we're in pretty good shape. You do a 5 right now off the cut, so our opponent's at a virtual 6. All we have to do is draw 6 more lands and we got this. What is this? What is this thing? You're tapping a lot of mana. Are you just like bringing the champion back? Man, it would have worked if that's all they had, but like, I don't know. They've already showed me Gifted Everborn. Like, they could very well just have a Vraska's Contempt and then I get nothing out of the whole turn, right? Here, I'm just going to buy this back now to save time. I was kind of thinking they probably just had a Contempt. Need something that kills this. That way my attacks are better. Maybe I was supposed to kill this like 45 turns ago. Feels like this game's slipping away from me when I thought I was going to win it pretty easy. We have only drawn 5 spells though, and like our opponent's cast 6 spells, plus he's got 4 more in his hand, so well, that's what I wanted, so. I don't too much care about trying to protect Deshandra here. Just trying to push damage. These at 7. We have 5 lands in play and a Fopter. If he doesn't have Vraska's Contempt and doesn't play another gifted Everborn, like, there's a good chance we get there. Shouldn't press F6 just in case he kills my Chain Whirler. We're going to have an artifact too to cast the Murder Bolt back. Probably should have, or not the Murder Bolt, but the Cutting Ribbons. Probably should have thought about that some too before I just sent Scrap Heap in to die. Walking Ballista is a good draw. Potentially the best draw we have. Another Chandra's not a bad draw either. I don't know, it depends on what he has. He's got 4 spells in his hand. It's not even worth speculating on what all he could play. He could have a friggin' negate for all we know. What are you into today, Hog? You not streaming this morning? This is usually your time slot. I guess you're probably waiting for the PPT, or sorry, for the PTQ. Rip. The card probably kills us. It's kind of interesting they didn't just kill off the Servant, though. Heart of Kieran's not a bad draw, assuming that he doesn't have more Brontodons. It's kind of interesting, too, that he made that block. Opponent's doing all sorts of confusing to me. So they can't play Scarab God and activate it in a turn? He's got colorless lands in his deck, too. There's a Field of Runes in his sideboard. Or in his graveyard. Why'd I say sideboard? It's another land. I think there's a good chance that I just cast Ribbons on him this turn, whether it's lethal or not, because I think we're getting closer and closer to running out of opportunities to do so. Yeah, I guess we do. I would have just assumed he would have had to play. He just cast a Champion of Wits and everything, but I'm probably just wrong as usual. No Fatal Push. One time for the homies. Nah, rip. That's a bad sign. He's got a Brontodon in his graveyard, and he's got a gifted Everborn, so if he has an untapped land, he can make sure he doesn't take the point of damage from this while still being able to gain a zillion life. They can get 2 blockers here. A Murder Bolt probably does it. He's got double gifted Everborn in his graveyard. Alright. You can do it, deck. Pia. Pia doesn't do it, but kind of does it. So he's got a Brontodon, a Chupra, and 2 gifted Everborns all in his graveyard. Or wait, no, he doesn't have a Chup. Wait, no, he does have a Chup. So the Pia doesn't win the game here at all. Pia doesn't do much here, does it? It's 3 blockers, so we can't make them all unblockable. Pumping the Fopter doesn't do anything. Leaving the Fopters on defense doesn't do anything. I mean, they could do stuff depending on our opponent's plays. Just cast Beaumont and attack. What's that do? Gives us a chance to hit Murder Boat, I guess? That's probably not good enough. Gives us a chance to hit Murder Boat and gives us a chance to hit Goblin Chain Whirler. I don't think that wins. It's like 7 chances at winning. That's assuming he gives us the card. He may not even give us the card. I think he doesn't have to give us the card. If they play optimally, we lose with every line. I'm just casting this. It might force them to kill this or something. Like maybe they Chupacabra this or whatever, and next turn we can do a block and a sack with a Pia. I don't think we have any plays that let us win through optimal plays. Just attack with them all. Hey! Insane Banjo. Thanks for the follow, man. Ah, cool, he's buying Chupacabra back. That's a good sign. Think that gives us another turn? If he's doing that? We're just not going to attack with the Beaumont then. So now if he buys the 4/4 back, we have multiple ways for him not to gain life. It gives us another draw at Chandra. He's got a Contempt or something, we just don't even have an out. I think we get another turn this way, probably. He still has the Brontodon in his graveyard. So if he still has the Brontodon, there's just no way the Fopter can win the game. Huh. Weird attack. Makes me want to double block the Scarab God. Yeah, we can sack the Beaumont or the Fopter, either one to prevent life gain here. I think I like sack Fopter. If we sack Beaumont Courier, we can buy back the Scrap Heap Scrounger once and make his other gifted Efferborn not block. Does that do anything? So he still has 3 blockers. If we do that, and one of the blockers can kill something like this, so we'd have Chain Whirler, Pia, plus another blocker. We have an artifact in just the Scrap Heap Scrounger. I think I'm going to block with the Fopter this turn. Yeah, we have outs here. I actually don't think we're in that bad a shape. I don't think the flying matters at all because of the Brontodon. I think we have some pretty good chances now. We're going to be attacking with 2 lethal attackers, and we're going to be able to make 2 of his things not block. It all depends on what's in his hand, I think. I think a lot of this depends on what's in their hand. Like, they could have another Vraska's Contempt or a Fatal Push or something. Fatal Push doesn't help them at all. A Contempt would help them. Actually, that does help them, doesn't it? Now they have 2 blockers. Yeah, they just buy back 2 blockers now. We can make one of them. Alright, so I guess we're just dead then? Yeah. We're just dead now. They had the Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. Yep. We can't. We can get another turn, but they gain 8 life, and there's no way for us to stop them gaining 8 life. Did I mess up anywhere this game? Huh. Yeah, attacking and hoping they mess up's literally the only thing I can do. I think it's pretty impossible for them to mess up, though, because in real life, this is a situation where, like, maybe they mess up, but the way Moto triggers happen, I don't think they can. I feel like I gave this game away somewhere, and I'm not actually smart enough to know where I gave it away. Yeah, I don't know where I gave this game away at. Oh, well, I just bought that back and we die anyway. We don't have another creature. Maybe they'll mess up and not block the Chain Whirler. I feel like I punted this game somewhere. Every time games are that close, I just assume that I lost them more than my opponent won them, but like maybe that's not fair to my opponent. Definitely want these. I think I definitely want these. Want this. Definitely want this, I think. Seems like I'm just bringing this in all the time now. This match is pretty similar to how you would sideboard versus snakes. Though I may keep this because it actually can kill a Gifted Everborn. He showed us at least 2 main deck. And he showed us the 3/4. Is this good enough then? Uh-oh, he's got a million creatures. That doesn't feel like that's good enough. Kind of want it though. Let's get rid of these. I keep wanting to try to sideboard into like a mid-range red deck. I don't think a Braid does much in this match. Kills 2 3s. That's about it. Servants. Maybe Magma Spray is worth it, but like I don't have other ways to really pile on the damage. I feel like there's a good chance I messed up game 1. That's going to be driving me insane for a while. Alright, I guess I'm not mulliganing again. We'll keep our 6-card 1-lander with a scry. Pretty bad keep, but I don't deserve to win, so. I have a 4-drop and a 5-drop and a 3-drop in our 1-land hand. Whoops. Well, probably just lost. This reminds me of another game we lost tonight. Was this going to put us at 2-2? At least I felt like we made decisions game 1. Land? No land. Actually pretty hard not to hit a land in 3 hits. $25 land, not enough to get even 2, 3, or 4 today. We've not struggled casting our 5-drops, we've just struggled casting spells. Alright, that's enough. He put another lifelinker in his graveyard, so that's just enough. Alright, let's see if we can acquire a pity chest. match can't be that bad for us, can it? Alright, we'll keep. Hand's fine. Again, we have to hit a bunch of lands, but what's new? Let off a plains. See that real often. That's a good card. 3 murder boats is probably okay in this match. Fun times. And they left a binding on top. Leaving the binding on top is just shocking. And we missed our 4th land drop, by the way. Guess I'm casting this one. Missed our 4th land drop again. These games are real fun. Doing something to binding though. Even though we're getting ready to drop the 7 life. Oh, cool. Opponent just had 6. That's unfortunate. That pretty much kills us. Right. I'm just going to pass here and not attack because I have to try to get lucky and be able to block here. Which just doesn't seem very likely. Seems like they'll have a blossoming defense or something, but we're not going to beat a card like that anyway. It's kind of weird, a weird cycle, I think. Maybe if they already had the land, it's less weird, but like it still feels weird. Do I attack? I probably can't attack, can I? I have to try to double block, and if he plays the sanctions beforehand... Huh. Didn't buy the sanctions back. Weird. Am I supposed to just double block? Blocking feels kind of nasty here. I kind of want to save the murder boat for this thing. They have a follow-up that's like pretty bad for me. So they're probably going to buy this thing back, so I guess we just want to put things on the table. Covers the two things they have in play. Leaves us with a Beaumont Courier in our hand that we can activate our Unlicensed Integration with if we do have to jump with the Fopter. Pretty sure I block here. I guess this card's not very good either, is it? I'm really trying to hold the Beaumont back for when I have to play the Unlicensed Disintegration. I'm too greedy. I'm worried about not just Lyra's, but Lyra's and the Angel. Second Land World's more annoying than I'd like to admit. And my Chandra's a dedicated removal spell right now. If I don't plan on protecting Chandra, can I just attack with both of my things? I guess I have to leave them back because of the Hashtag Oasis. Now our Unlicensed turned on with the Scrap Heap. What is this? Alright, so it looks like he's using the Oasis, maybe? Yeah, he's using the Oasis. So we can protect our Chandra if we want. Yeah. You're gonna let me protect it, I'm gonna protect it. We're crawling our way out of this game? Or back into this game? Feels like we're crawling our way back into this game. Cockroach just climbed on your foot and freaked you out. That would definitely freak me out. No bugs don't bother me. No bugs don't bother me. Well, he's tapping mana quick. Johnny. That's a good one. That is not a good one then, is it? Do you get lands with this? I forget. All non-lands. So he got to pick up one Rishkar that he can't play. And then we're going to get to kill this, which is great. Alright, is there any reason to worry about a Johnny? We can attack for 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. His opponent just dead? His opponent just dead? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think opponent's just dead. Oh, wow, he didn't even pump. Just in case I'm wrong. Well, didn't expect to win that game. Especially after he went Turn 2, Wild Growth Walker. Turn 3, Jade Light Ranger. I thought the game was pretty close to over. Huh. Never say never. Alright, what do we want here? We definitely want our flyy boys. By the way, hey Heath. Good seeing you this morning. I figured you'd be... Oh, you said you're going to some PPTQs this weekend. You still playing Red Black? I definitely want this. I definitely want this. I definitely want these. I think I want this, and I think I want this. Maybe I don't want Angraph. Nice, man. Congrats. I don't think I want any of these. Just can't sleep. Yeah, I don't think I want Angraph. I do think I actually want these though. I think I want the extra removal spells. Just being able to kill Wild Growth Walkers early seem relevant, and the Magma Sprays feel like they can always like kill an elf or maybe that legend or a merfolk or something. You get out of my deck. I really need a 26 land in my sideboard. The more and more I play this deck, the more and more I want a 26 land in my sideboard. Lethal next turn unless I did free damage. Nice. Lightning Strike in the house. Alright, so we're playing for a pity chest. Ghost X Empire hosted me for 51 viewers. Currently have 48 because nobody loves me. That's okay. You don't have to love me. I know I'm not as pretty as Matt. Hope you do well at your PPTQ. Yeah. I definitely want a 26 land for sideboarded games. That's like something that I've felt over and over all night. Go ahead and kill that. I don't know what they could play, but thank you, Juka. Appreciate it. Some Merfolk Branchwalkie. They kept the Merfolk Branchwalkie on top. If they're going to keep the Merfolk Branchwalkie on top, I think I'm just going to go ahead and kill this now. And use my Chandra as a removal spell next turn. They kept it on top like they're either missing on lands or their hand's weak or something, because that's kind of an odd card to keep on top. Well, I guess we don't have to put Chandra in combat then. Which feels good. Though if we play Chandra and tick down, we would have been able to tick up with Glorybringer for the following turn, assuming he didn't have a cast out or a binding, which seems, or sanctions, which seems pretty impossible for him not to have one of those. So I like going ahead and playing the Chain Whirler. Also, this might have just died to Blossoming Defense anyway. I didn't think we had a choice there, because if he just like untapped and played Lyra to go with it, we were in bad shape. Though now that I'm thinking about Lyra, maybe I was supposed to just keep this card. JK, somebody upstairs loves me. Defense will be brutal. No defense feels great. Yeah, it was probably wrong for me to use the murder bolt the more I think about it. Lyra's just way too strong. Double Lyra's pretty strong too. I guess we'll start by ticking this up. Lyra's doing Lyra thing, sorry. Chandra doing Chandra things. Sure glad it ain't a Karn. A few Karn lovers out there. Okay. That one's not that good. Untap land, and we probably get to bink this. Right on time, untap land. Might have been safer for me just to play Chandra, actually. Alright, well, we got our pity chest versus a match that I actually didn't think we would beat. He had the voice of Pliny into double Lyra, but we were lucky enough to have removal to kill 3 different things. Sweet! Another dead man's chest. I have this thing too that I don't know what is and I don't want to look up. But you gotta respect another dead man's chest. That's like 3 or 4 or something. And I remember when these cards were $25 each in standard. And like hard to find. Like back when like actual Mirage was legal. It wasn't called standard back then. It might have been called Top 2. It might have been slightly before Top 2 as well. I remember our Arena League system used the Vanguard cards at the time. And played Mirari, which was sweet. How many Dead Man's Chests does that make? Ah, sorry, it doesn't make 3 or 4. It makes 5, baby. These sweet untradables. So back to looking at the deck before we hop off here. Actually, let's look at it in the viewer that we can make changes to it. So is this the deck? Yeah. I think I'd rather have a Scavenging Grounds for a 26 land than anything. I'm pretty sure I have to cut either the Angraf or the Eldest Reborn. I don't know which one's better. I brought Eldest Reborn in most of our matches tonight, but I'm not a... it was just an avatar that they threw in chest. But, that being said, just because I brought it in, I don't know that it's good or know that it's right. The Magma Sprays were pretty decent. The Glorybringers were great. The Glorybringers were good enough that I could see putting one in the main deck. Like, potentially over a Karn. Drakenly Phoenix seemed good, or seems good to me. I still feel like maybe I just want Drakenly Phoenixes. Let's take the Angraf out for now, just because I want to try the Eldest Reborn more. I'm still not sold on the Eldest Reborn, but yeah, spoiler, it's a real pretty card, and I may or may not have a foil of this that I want to play with. So. So I need an excuse for it to be good. Everything else felt pretty good. The swamp wasn't that bothersome. I don't think it bothered me any. Still think maybe I want a 3-drop in the sideboard, whether it be a 3rd Pia or the first Harvester. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would sideboard out for it either. Maybe I'm just supposed to sideboard out, or maybe I'm not supposed to play the Magma Spray. Probably don't play the released Gremlins in a lot of metas, but like I've just saw so many red decks running around, I feel like this card's pretty good versus the red decks. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. We are going to find somebody to host, and then we're going to go hop off and watch the Legacy Grand Prix. And we're going to crawl in our bed, take some pain medicine, and hope we don't die. That seems like fun things. I'm actually going to host a limited streamer tonight. They've not played Standard in a while, and it makes me sad because I really, really like Joshua's stream. But anyway, go hang out with Joshua, tell him I said hi. Normally I would stop by and say hello, but I feel pretty horrible, and I'm basically just going to my bed and turning on the Grand Prix and falling asleep. Take care, everybody, and we'll be back Sunday sometime. Appreciate you guys all stopping by, and thank you, Ghost, for the big host. Thank you for the follows, and thank you, Hodgepodge. I highly appreciate it, and good luck in your PPTQ today, Heath, and good luck in your PTQ today, Hodge. I hope you guys both have fun and do well. Take care, everybody.